Can you get HIV from a vampire facial? A recent story came to light where 3 patients in New Mexico contracted HIV while getting a vampire facial in a clinic that was unlicensed. Let me start by saying it's extremely almost impossible to get HIV from a vampire facial if it's done with the correct sterile technique at an accredited facility with properly trained medical providers. Having said that, this goes back to what I always say, don't bargain shop for plastic surgery or parachutes, because when you bargain shop, bad things can happen. And in this case, I think they were charging only $100 to do a vampire facial. And how can you charge such a low price? Because in general, across this nation, the average is probably somewhere between $600 to $1,600 for a vampire facial. And the reason it's expensive is because of something called disposables. So when you're doing this procedure, you're gonna have to have tubes to draw the blood, then you're gonna need the microneedling device. And almost all of these parts are disposable for a reason, because after each procedure they should be thrown away, but they do cost money. So if you're going to go somewhere that's bargain pricing things, guess what? They're probably not throwing out the disposables and reusing them on different patients. And that's possibly what happened in this instance, that they were reusing these needles or syringes or other medical supplies that was contaminated with HIV and then transmitted that to another patient. So a simple way to avoid all this is just go somewhere that, again, is properly accredited, is going to do a sterile technique, and they're going to throw out their disposables. Can you get HIV from a vampire facial? Why do I think you're going to use the first one?